In the cold silence of space, a silver spaceship floated near Earth's orbit. It was not human. It had no windows, no name, no lights. It was from far away, a place where humans had never been. Inside the ship stood a tall alien with blue skin and 4 shining eyes. His name was Commander Virex, a scout from the Galactic Union. Virex looked at the small blue planet below. "So, this is Earth," he whispered, his voice sharp like glass. Behind him, a young alien officer nodded. "They are emotional, weak, disorganized," the officer said, "but they learn fast." Virex laughed. "Learn fast? They still fight over land and food. They use fossil fuel. Their weapons are like toys." He turned away from the window. "We will visit them. Offer them a place in the Union, not as equals, as workers." Back on Earth, at the United Earth Command Center, alarms rang as the alien ship entered Earth's orbit. Scientists, generals, and leaders stared at the radar screen. Everyone was tense. "They're not answering our hails," a technician said. "Keep trying," said Commander Elena Cross, head of Earth Defense. She was a strong woman with short gray hair and eyes like steel. "If they're peaceful, good. If not, we're ready." Minutes later, the alien ship landed in the center of New Geneva, a city built after the last World War. A ramp opened. Out came Virex and 2 guards in dark silver armor. Thousands of humans watched from a distance. Some clapped. Some stared. Some were afraid. Elena walked forward. Her hand rested on her sidearm. "Welcome to Earth," she said. Virex looked at her and smiled, too cold to be friendly. "We come in peace," he said. "The Galactic Union has watched your planet. We are ready to offer you a place among the stars, a gift or a trap." In the great conference hall, Virex showed holograms of distant worlds, huge space cities, and powerful machines. "With our help," he said, "you will join the galaxy. We will give you energy, food, and medicine. In return, we ask for your labor. Your people can help in mining, building, and farming in our colonies." Elena frowned. "So, we do the work. You give the tools." "It is a fair trade," Virex said. "For now." Some Earth leaders agreed. "It's a start." One said, "We can learn from them." Others were quiet. Something didn't feel right. Strange disappearance. 3 days later, a man named Dr. Raiden Knox, a physicist from New Geneva, went missing. He had attended the alien briefing. He was smart, calm, and respected. He was last seen walking home. No camera caught what happened after. Elena began to investigate. "I don't like this," she told her team. "Too fast. Too easy." Somewhere far away, Raiden woke up in a metal room. The walls pulsed with light. There was no door, no window. He stood up slowly. His head hurt. Then a voice echoed around him. "Subject is awake. Begin emotional scan." A small flying robot hovered near him. A beam of light scanned his face. "Where am I?" Raiden asked. "You are part of the testing phase," the voice said. "The Union must understand your kind." Back to the station, Elena demanded answers from Virex. "One of our best scientists is missing. You are the last new thing to arrive." Virex raised his hands. "We know nothing. Perhaps he wandered off." Elena stared hard. "We will find out. We always do." Raiden's discovery inside the alien lab. Raiden saw other humans, some asleep, some unconscious, some hooked to machines. "They're studying us," he whispered. "We're not partners. We're products." He waited, pretending to sleep, watching the aliens' routines. One night, a guard left a panel open. Raiden saw a sharp metal piece near a tray. He waited. Then quickly he grabbed it and hid it. Over the next few days, he worked on unlocking the door. A hidden message back on Earth. Elena's team found something strange, a small alien device, near the conference hall. It was no bigger than a coin, but it pulsed with hidden signals. They took it to Earth Lab 1. "It's listening," said a scientist. And sending data. It's a spy device. Elena clenched her jaw. They're lying to us. She held a press meeting. Cameras rolled. To the people of Earth, she said. We may be in danger. Stay calm. Stay sharp. Trust no alien promises. Virex watched from his ship. He smiled. So, the game begins. Escaparadon finally opened the door. He ran through. Long metal halls, sirens blared. Red lights flashed. He fought a guard using the metal shard. He was bleeding, limping, but free. He found a communication room and sent one message. We are not weak. They are using us. They fear us. Tell Earth. He pressed send. The door behind him burst open. Earth receives the signal in the middle of the night. Elena's communicator buzzed. Commander. A voice said. We just received a signal. It's from Raiden Knox. The message played. Everyone stood in silence. Elena whispered. He's alive. And they've started a war. Virex's reaction inside his ship. Virex stared at the blinking alert. The human has escaped, his officer said. He sent a warning. Virex turned slowly. No matter. Now they will see what happens to those who challenge the Union. He gave an order. Place a bounty on all humans who resist. Quietly. The galaxy must not know. The camera zoomed in on his cold face. But they will. Raiden Knox, a human scientist, is kidnapped by aliens from the Galactic Union. They think humans are weak and use them for secret experiments. But Raiden escapes and sends a warning back to Earth. We are not weak, deep in alien space. Raiden's body was weak, but his mind was burning with one goal: get out alive. He ran through the alien ship's cold, glowing halls. Alarms screamed. Bright red lights flashed above him. Strange voices shouted in a language he didn't understand. Raiden's leg was bleeding. His hands were shaking, but he kept running. Don't stop, he told himself. Don't give them what they want. He passed a room with glass walls. Inside were more humans, men and women in sleep pods, eyes closed, wires in their skin. They were being studied like lab rats. Raiden's heart broke. We were fools to trust them. He didn't stop. He turned a corner and found a vent. He crawled inside, breathing heavy. Every part of his body hurt, but he didn't care. The truth in another part of the ship. Commander Virex was furious. He escaped, he said to his officers. One human, one. A guard replied. We underestimated his pain tolerance. He stayed awake during neural phase 2. No other species can do that. Virex's face went cold. Humans are built for pain. He opened a hologram. It showed files, human history, wars, revolutions, survival stories. They burn cities and still rise, Virex muttered. They starve but don't surrender. Why? No one answered. He closed the hologram. Find him, alive. We need to study the will before it becomes a weapon. Earth reacts back on Earth. Commander Elena Cross stood in front of a large screen. Raiden's message played again. We are not weak. They're using us. They fear us. Tell Earth. The room was silent. Then she spoke. They came with smiles. But they came to take. World leaders argued. Some said they must stay peaceful. Others wanted war. Elena said, we won't start a war, but we will prepare for one. She sent a message to all countries. All alien contact is to be stopped. Trust no one. Begin defense programs. And start searching for missing people. Raiden's escape. Continuous Raiden crawled through the vent for hours. He didn't know where he was going. He only knew one thing: he couldn't be caught. He found a maintenance room and stole a uniform from a dead alien. He covered his human face with a mask and walked slowly through the halls. Guards passed him. Cameras scanned him. But he looked like one of them now. Still, every second was dangerous. Then he found a small ship, a scout flyer. It had one seat. It was old but ready. Raiden climbed in. His hands shook as he pressed the buttons. The ship hummed to life. "Come on, fly," he whispered. Outside the hangar, alarms screamed louder. The small ship lifted off. Raiden was free for. Now, the Galactic Union's hidden side in a secret station above a red moon. High-level aliens met in darkness. They were not like Virex. These were the true rulers, ancient and powerful. "Earth is waking up," one said. "The humans know. They were supposed to serve," another said. "Not fight," a third said. "It may be time to end them." But the oldest one shook its head. "No, that will expose us. Let them fight back a little. Let them believe. They can win. Then we crush them." They all nodded. Double quotes. The experiment continues. Raiden's crash. Raiden's small ship reached a quiet moon. He had no map. He had no food. But he was alive. The ship crash-landed near rocky cliffs. Sparks flew. The door opened. Raiden fell out, coughing, bleeding, smiling. "I made it." He passed out. Resistance begins back on Earth. Strange things started happening. People in small towns vanished. Some came back. Changed, quiet, confused. Others never came back. Farmers, builders, and even students started training with old weapons. Secret groups formed in cities. They called themselves the Broken Chain. Their message was simple: we were slaves. Now we rise. Elena helped them in secret. "This isn't war," she said. "It's survival." A hidden colony far away, in a slave colony on a mining asteroid. Humans worked under alien guards. They were treated like machines. One of them, a man named Yalan Mar, had been there for years. But today, he felt something change. A whisper moved through the camp. Raiden Knox escaped. Earth knows. Yalan clenched his fists. Then it's time. That night, he stole a tool, broke a lock, and freed 10 workers. They fought back. Fists, rocks, anything they could find. One alien was killed. Then another. The rebellion had begun. Raiden's recovery on the quiet moon. Raiden was found by another species. A small group of aliens who had once served the Union but broke away. They called themselves the Skarn. They hated the Union, and they helped Raiden heal. "You escaped them?" their leader asked. "Yes." "And you still fight?" Raiden nodded. "Always." The leader smiled. "Then humans are like us. You are not weak. You are dangerous." They gave him a ship and food. Raydn stood, strong again. "Take me home." Final sentence. Raiden's new ship flies back toward Earth. Meanwhile, across the galaxy, small human rebellions begin. Other species start to question the Union. Commander Virex watches a video of Earth soldiers training. He frowns. They're not supposed to be this strong. The final shot shows Raiden entering Earth's orbit. He sends one last message. "They thought we were weak. Now they will see what we become." Dr. Raiden Knox escaped from an alien lab and sent a warning to Earth. "We are not weak." On distant colonies, humans begin to fight back. The Galactic Union is watching. And afraid. A message echoes across Earth. The screen lit up in every city. Phones buzzed. Tablets blinked. Giant displays on towers flickered. The message played again. "This is Dr. Raiden Knox. I escaped from the Galactic Union. They took us, studied us, used us. They call us weak, but they don't know what we really are. We don't break. We don't beg. We fight. Earth must rise, now." The message spread like fire. It was short, raw, powerful. People cried. Some screamed. Some got angry, and some started to act. Elena Cross makes a choice. Commander Elena Cross stood in the Earth Defense Tower, watching the world react. Her assistant said, "Ma'am, some nations want to ignore the message. They say it's too dangerous to respond." Elena turned sharply. "Raiden risked his life to warn us. We will not be silent." She pressed a button. A camera blinked on. "To the people of Earth, she said. "This is your wake-up call. We trusted the Galactic Union. We were wrong. They came to control us, not to help. The time for fear is over. From this moment, Earth stands as one. We will fight if we must." Across Earth, her message was heard loud and clear. The broken chain movement exploded. In the shadows of the Union, in the dark meeting hall of the Galactic Union, leaders from many species argued. "Humans are spreading rebellion," one alien said. "They are few," another said. "Let us crush them." Commander Virek stood calmly. "You don't understand," he said. "This is not about weapons. It's about belief. They believe they can win. That makes them dangerous." The elder alien at the head of the council said, "We made a mistake. We showed them too much. Then what do we do now?" Someone asked. The elder leaned forward. "Silence them. Silence all of them." Raiden comes. Homer Raiden's ship entered Earth's orbit quietly. He was tired, scarred, but alive. Elena met him in a hidden base deep underground. She walked up to him and saluted. "Welcome home," Raiden smiled. "I didn't think I'd see it again." He was given medical care, fresh clothes, and food, but he didn't rest long. He asked for a camera, a microphone, and a live connection to every human outpost on Earth and space. The broadcast in a dark studio. Raiden looked into the camera. "I'm not a soldier. I'm not a hero. I was just a scientist. But they took me, hurt me, treated me like I wasn't alive, and I saw what they did to others. Some died, some were changed, and some still suffer. We may not have laser cannons or fleets of warships, but we have something they don't. We have fire in the heart. We have the will to fight. And that's what makes us human. We will not be silent. We will not kneel. We are not weak. We are the storm." The camera cut. For 10 seconds, there was silence. Then the world roared. The galaxy listens. Raiden's speech didn't just reach Earth. It was stolen, shared, spread by sympathizers in alien markets, data networks, and news stations. On distant planets, other enslaved species watched the humans speak. In dark corners of the galaxy, small groups whispered, "If they can fight, maybe we can too." Some alien leaders shut down media, others banned human signals. But it was too late. The fire had started. Earth begins to change under Alana's command. Earth changed in days. Factories turned into armor labs. Old mines were reopened for rare metals. Soldiers were trained in new tactics, fast, unpredictable, wild. Civilians learned to fight, to code, to resist. Young and old joined. Farmers, students, engineers, even prisoners. They were a simple symbol, a broken chain. Raiden walked among them. He wasn't a commander, but to many, he was a leader. "Why are you here?" a young woman asked him. Raiden smiled. "Because they took everything, and I want to take it back." The Union responds in orbit above a small moon. A human rebel cell was wiped out by Union drones. Their last message: "Tell Earth, we made them bleed." In return, Earth launched a secret probe into Union space. It carried no weapons, just information. The probe showed images of Union labs, human prisoners, experiments, torture. When the images were broadcast, even some Union citizens were horrified. "They're not savages," one alien doctor said. "They're survivors." More cracks began to appear in the Union's control. Raiden's new plan. Raiden met with Elena and top Earth minds in a secret bunker. "We can't match their power," Elena said. "Not yet." "But we don't have to," Raiden replied. "We just have to spread. 'Cause chaos. Let others join." He pointed to a galaxy map. "There are places they don't control. Places where people suffer in silence. We send them hope." Elena nodded. "You want to fight with stories?" Raiden nodded. "And truth." Final moments in the dark space between stars. A human rebel ship drifted quietly. It carried one thing, a massive signal dish. When the Union tried to jam human messages, this ship broke through. It sent Raiden's speech to over 40 alien planets. Many turned it off, but some listened. Back on Earth, Raiden looked at the stars. They thought we were alone, he said. Alina stood beside him. Now they know. We are many. The screen fades. Raiden Knox returned to Earth with a message of fire and freedom. His words sparked a movement not just on Earth, but across the stars. The Galactic Union wants to silence the humans. But Earth is ready to strike first. A silent night in Union. Space above a quiet planet named Orvaxis 6. A Galactic Union military base floated in space. It was peaceful. Boring. No signs of war. Aliens on the station played music. Drank colored drinks. Watched holograms of Earth, laughing. They're too emotional, one officer said. Too soft. Another laughed. They'll never reach this far. Then the lights went red. The sirens screamed. Unidentified ship. Inbound. Earth's first real attack. A small silent ship flew toward the station. It was Earth-made, fast, black. Hard to detect. Inside were 6 humans. They called themselves Strike Team 0. Each had a patch on their shoulder, a broken chain. Their leader, Kira Solis, spoke into her mic. They took our people. They called us weak. Tonight we show them what humans really are. They crashed through the outer shield, landed inside. Smoke and sparks flew. The aliens ran for weapons. Too late. The humans moved fast, brutal, sharp. Not like soldiers, like wild hunters, one by one. They took down the guards. In 15 minutes. The entire base was theirs. Message left behind before leaving. Kira placed a device in the control room. It lit up and played a message. This base belongs to Earth now. You wanted slaves, but you woke up warriors. She left the Union flag burning. In its place, she raised the broken chain symbol. The shock in the Galactic Union Council. Panic exploded. They attacked a military base. One shouted, with only 6 people, said another. 6. An elder hissed, and they won. Commander Varek stood slowly. It was not just 6, it was their will, their rage, their message. Then what do we do? Varek's eyes burned. We hit them back, hard. Earth reacts. The news spread like lightning. Strike Team 0 hits Union base. Humans fight back. We are not weak. On Earth, people cheered in streets. In hidden bunkers, young fighters trained harder. In colonies, hope bloomed. Raiden watched the footage in silence. They've crossed the line now, Elena sighed. There's no turning back. Raiden nodded. Good. Now the real fight begins. The Union's response. The Galactic Union sent 3 battleships to Earth's outer solar system. Their orders were clear. Send a message. Burn one of their colonies. But Earth was ready. Elena activated Project Iron Veil, a hidden net of satellites, and railguns orbiting Mars. As the Union ships neared, Earth's weapons opened fire. One ship exploded instantly. The second lost control and crashed into Mars. The third ran. Earth had just defended itself and won. The war begins across the stars. Things changed fast. Alien slaves began to rebel on mining planets. Small alien groups sent secret messages to Earth. Help us rise too. Union supply ships were attacked and hijacked. The Galactic Union tried to hide the losses, but the galaxy was listening now. Strike Team 0 returns. Kira Solis and her team were welcomed as heroes. They were tired, bruised, but proud. You made history, Raiden told them. We just got started, Kira replied. Raiden smiled. Good, because we're going deeper next time. The secret target in a war room deep under Antarctica. Earth leaders met. A hologram showed a massive space prison, Facility 9, orbiting a dying star. Thousands of humans were trapped there. Experiments. Torture. No hope. Raiden stood beside Alina. We have to free them, he said. Alana frowned. It's too risky. We don't have the power. Raiden looked around. Then we don't deserve to lead this fight. The room went silent. Finally, Elena nodded. Double quotes, prepare for Operation Ember. Facility 9 high above the Dead Star. Facility 9 spun slowly. Inside, humans sat in cold cells. Many had been there for years. Most had given up hope, but one man, Yalan Mar, the rebel from the asteroid mines, still dreamed of escape. One night he heard a strange sound, a whisper through the vents. "We are coming." His eyes filled with tears. Operation Ember. Kira and her team, now doubled in size, prepared for the hardest mission yet. They trained in zero gravity, practiced space jumps, learned alien codes. Raiden visited them one night. "You're risking everything," he said. Kira answered. "So are they." Final moments as the team launched toward Facility 9. Earth watched. Raiden stood by a window, looking at the stars. Elena joined him. "First strike," she said. "First of many," he replied. The stars glowed. The war had truly begun. Earth struck back. Strike Team 0 hit a Galactic Union base. Earth defended its space. Now a new mission begins. Free the forgotten humans trapped in a floating prison. Facility 9. A hell among stars. Facility 9 spun, in orbit around a dying red star. It was dark, cold, and filled with pain. Inside, over 3,000 humans were locked away. Some had been taken during the first contact years ago. Some were rebels. Others were just unlucky. They were not prisoners. They were test subjects. The guards were not kind. The doctors were not human. But one man still had hope. Yalan Mar. He waited. He listened. And when the whisper came, "We are coming," he smiled. Mission Operation Ember. Kira Solis stood with her team in the launch bay. They wore black armor. Light, silent, smart. Above them, a hollow map of Facility 9 glowed red. "This is not a smash and run," she said. "We're not just breaking in, we're breaking them." Her second-in-command, Reed, asked, "What if it's a trap?" Kira smiled slightly. "Then we'll set it on fire on the way out." Infiltration. 3 stealth ships flew toward the prison. Each ship was invisible to Union radars, coated with stolen alien tech. Inside, 12 humans waited, calm, ready, focused. They didn't speak much. They all knew this might be a one-way trip. As they neared Facility 9, the power dipped for exactly 90 seconds. Raiden Knox had hacked the system. From Earth. It was just enough. The human ship slid inside the lower docks. Unseen. Inside the beast, the halls of Facility 9 were made of cold black metal, cameras, motion detectors, guard drones, but the humans moved like shadows. Each room was cleared in seconds. Guards were knocked out quietly. "No alarms," Reed whispered. "We're close to Block Delta. That's where the main human prisoners are." Kira nodded. "Move fast." No mistakes. They reached the block and stopped. Behind the bars were hundreds of humans. Thin, weak, silent. And then one voice. "You're real?" It was Yalan Mar. "Yes," Kira said. "We're here to take you home." The power cuts. Raiden's team on Earth hacked deeper. Lights flickered. Doors unlocked. Cameras went dark. But then the alarm screamed. "Breach, level 4. Breach." Kira cursed. "Time's up. Get them moving." Chaos erupts. Union guards poured into the halls. They weren't ready for a fight. They expected scared, broken humans. What they found were humans fighting back. Yalan picked up a guard's weapon and fired. "I've been waiting to do that for 5 years." The rescued prisoners followed him, fists raised, eyes burning. It wasn't just a rescue anymore. It was a rebellion inside the prison. The star burns outside. The dying star began to shake the prison structure. Waves of radiation hit the shields. "Sir, the station can't take more damage." One Union guard screamed, but the humans didn't care. They raced through fire and smoke. They carried their injured. covered each other, protected strangers. Because they were human. The cost reed took a blast to the chest while holding off guards. He fell, smiling. Go, he whispered. Don't stop. Kira dragged Yalan through a broken wall. Get to the ship. They reached the lower dock. Only 2 of the 3 ships were still working. Hundreds piled in. Too many. The pilot shouted. Jal. Ian looked back. We leave no one. Kira pointed at the prison's fuel core. We overload that. Burn the place. Make sure no one can use it again. The final fight. Kira and 4 others stayed behind. They fought back wave after wave of guards while the others escaped, one by one. Her team fell, but Kira reached the control room. She looked at the camera. This is for Earth, she said. Then she hit the button. The core exploded. Facility 9 turned into a burning star. Home again. 2 human ships limped back to Earth's orbit. Over 2,300 humans had been saved, wounded, shaken, but alive. Elena Cross waited at the dock. She saw them and cried. You did it, she whispered. Raiden stood beside her. We lost good people, but we gave hope to thousands more. The Galaxy Watch's news spread fast. Humans destroy Union prison. Over 2,000 rescued. The Union is cracking. On alien worlds, more slaves rebelled. Some alien groups began talking with Earth in secret. Others began to question their leaders out in the Union Council. Panic grew. Commander Virex stared at the images of the burning prison. They're spreading. Like fire, one officer said. Virex whispered. Then we drown them in blood. Yalan Mar speaks on Earth. Yalan stood before cameras. He looked older, thinner, but strong. They tried to break us, lock us, kill us, but we rose. We are not broken. We are not afraid. We are not alone. We are human, and we are coming. Final scene. Kira's helmet was found floating in space weeks later. Raiden held it in his hands. She gave everything, he said. Elena placed it in a glass case. Above it, a single line. First to strike, first to burn, never forgotten. The war was far from over, but Earth had proved one thing. Humans would not go quietly. The prison has fallen. Over 2,000 humans are free. Kira Solis gave her life to light the fire. Now, across the galaxy, the balance of power is starting to shift. And the Galactic Union is not ready for what comes next. Hidden meetings on alien worlds. On the planet Jalor Prime, 2 alien leaders met in secret. One was Malix, a feathered creature from the Jalari tribe. The other was Zern, a reptilian from the planet Corvex. They watched the footage of humans escaping Facility 9. Malix spoke first. They fight like no one else. Zern replied. They inspire the weak. That's dangerous. Malix looked around. Or maybe that's hope. They shook hands. Earth had just made its first real alien allies. Back on Earthen, a hidden base in the Himalayas, Raiden Nox stood in front of a large war map. Red dots showed Union fleets moving across space. Blue dots, Earth's growing resistance. Elena Cross entered, holding a datapad. Jalor Prime just sent a message. They want to help. Raiden's eyes widened. The first alien government to side with us? Elena nodded. They've seen the fire we lit. The dark side of hope. Not everyone was loyal. Deep in Earth's command center, a spy sent a message in secret. Earth is building alliances, must act soon. His name was Commander Vale, and he worked for the Union. No one knew. Yet. Strike Team Reborn with Kira gone. A new leader was chosen for the strike team. Her name was Ava Rook, Kira's former student. She was sharp, cold, and fast. Raiden met her in the training room. You think you can lead them? He asked. I won't be Kira, Ava said. Good, Raiden replied. You'll be you and they'll follow. The enemy reacts. The Galactic Union struck back. They bombed small human colonies. They destroyed rebel ships. They captured 3 alien leaders who supported Earth. But this time, the galaxy spoke. Up.Zern from Corvex made a broadcast. You call humans dangerous, we call them free. If freedom is a crime, then we are all guilty. More planets started to question the Union. Some soldiers refused to follow orders. The Union started to crack. Earth builds a fleet with the help of Jalari and Corvex engineers. Earth began building its first true space fleet. Ships were faster. Shields were stronger. Weapons were a mix of human and alien tech. The first flagship was called the Solus, named after Kira. When it launched into orbit, every screen on Earth showed it. Raiden spoke into the mic. We are no longer running. We are rising. The Battle of the Void. The Union sent a fleet to crush Earth's new allies. Near a dark region of space called the Void Line, the two sides clashed. Ava Rook led the strike team in the Solus. Explosions lit the black sky. Lasers crossed like lightning. Inside enemy ships, humans boarded and fought hand-to-hand. It was brutal, fast, fire everywhere. Earth won. Not because they were stronger, but because they were willing to die free. The spy revealed back on Earth. Strange things began to happen. Communications failed. Supply ships went missing. One rebel base was bombed without warning. Elena grew suspicious. Raiden agreed. Someone's leaking info. They set a trap and caught Commander Vale in the act. When he was captured, he only smiled. Think this is a war? You haven't seen what's coming. They locked him away, but his warning stayed in Raiden's mind. The hidden weapon from deep space. Union scientists were building something terrible. Project Silent Crown. A weapon designed not to destroy Earth, but to erase all human minds across space. Using sound. A frequency. If it worked, every human would fall without a single shot fired. Varek stood in front of the device. This ends the human problem. Yalan Mar's secret mission. Jalan Mar, the freed rebel from Facility 9, led a mission to find out more about the weapon. He went deep undercover, entering a Union black site on the moon of Tulrox. There, he found records. He sent one final message to Raiden. They've built something. Not a bomb, not a gun. It kills the mind. I've seen what it does. I may not make it out. But tell them, this is not the end. This is the storm before the sun. Then silenced. The speech that shook stars at the Galactic Assembly. Jalor and Corvex leaders stood before thousands of species. And then Elena Cross appeared by hologram. Her voice was calm but strong. You called us weak. You beat us, enslaved us. But we learned pain. And pain made us harder. We bled, but we didn't break. We fell, but we stood again. You wanted quiet humans. What you got was warriors. The room was silent. Then slowly, others stood and clapped. Final scene. Raiden stood on a cliff near Earth's northern ice fields. Above him, dozens of ships floated in orbit. Human ships. Alien ships. United. Ava walked up beside him. You think we're winning? Raiden smiled. We're no longer alone, but in the far distance, on a dark world. Silent Crown began to hum. Earth is rising. Allies are joining. Battles are being won. But deep in the dark, a weapon waits. It doesn't shoot. It doesn't burn. It kills with silence. The whisper begins in the black labs of the Union. Project Silent Crown was complete. Massive machine, hidden deep inside a dead planet called Durnex 3. A giant antenna pointed toward Earth. It was ready to send out the sound of death. Commander Varek stood in the control room. Humans resist pain, but they can't resist silence. He said, begin the transmission. Earth feels it in Earth's orbit. The ship solely shook slightly. Ava Rook, standing on the bridge, felt a sudden ringing in her ears. One by one, crew members clutched their heads. I can't think, one whispered. In the base below Elena. Cross staggered. Across cities and space stations, humans began to fall. There was no fire. No explosions. Just Silence. And pain. The test fails. Alien allies noticed. Malix from Jalor contacted Earth. Your people are losing control. Raiden Knox, struggling to stay awake, spoke through grit teeth. It's not a virus. It's a signal. He knew what it was. Silent Crown had been activated. The search for Hopper Raiden sent a message to the last person who might help. Dr. Myra Lowe, a rogue Union scientist who once defected to Earth. She lived on a hidden moon. She picked up the signal and gasped. They're using brain harmonic disruption, she said. It's sound the mind can't ignore. Raiden asked, can we stop it? She paused. Maybe, but I'll need time. And I need someone to get me inside that machine. The volunteers Ava Rook and a small team of 6 soldiers volunteered. Their mission: enter Durnex 3. Destroy Silent Crown. They called it a silent suicide. None of them expected to return. Before leaving, Ava stood in front of the freed human crowd. They call us wild. They call us loud. But even in silence we fight. They boarded the ship. The sky behind them burned red. And they flew straight into the dark. Durnex 3. Planet of Death. Planet had no light. It was covered in ash and ruins. And at its center, Silent Crown, humming like a monster asleep. Ava's team landed on the edge of the black crater. As soon as they stepped outside, their ears rang. One soldier fell to his knees. We're not even close, Ava whispered, but they kept moving. Inside the core, they broke into the base using stolen Union codes. Dr. Mira guided them through a headset. She spoke fast. You'll reach the sound emitter at the center. You must destroy the core. The deeper they went, the louder the sound became. Some team members started bleeding from the nose. One tried to shoot himself, whispering, "Make it stop." Ava stopped him. We're here to fight, not to fall. The fight for the mind. Suddenly, Union guards arrived. They wore helmets that blocked the signal. Ava's team fought through blood and smoke, coughing, shaking, but alive. One by one, they cleared the path. Only 3 remained. Ava, Jackson, and Lyra. They reached the main control chamber. The core glowed purple, pulsing with energy. Ava reached for the detonator. Then a voice. Step away. Commander Virex appeared on the screen. You're already dead, Ava. You just haven't stopped moving yet. Ava smiled weakly. Maybe, but I'm still here. She threw the detonator to Lyra. Set it. I'll hold them. The final sacrifice. Lyra hesitated. No, Ava said. This ends now. She charged the control center, firing, screaming, bleeding. She reached the core and punched the explosive into its heart. The screen flashed. White. Silent Crown shattered. The sound returns across Earth and its ships. The silence ended. People gasped. Eyes opened. Ears stopped ringing. Raiden fell to the floor, laughing with tears in his eyes. She did it. Dr. Mira sent a final note. The signal is gone. Forever. Mourning the brave, only Lyra returned. Burned. Shaken. Alive. She carried Ava's dog tag. She gave it to Raiden. She never stopped. Even when her body gave up, her will didn't. Raiden placed the tag beside Kira's helmet in the memory wall. Underneath, a new line. Even in silence we roared. The Union panics in Union space. News spread quickly. Their perfect weapon had failed. More species questioned the war. Fear spread. Commander Virex slammed his fist into the table. They've ruined everything. An advisor whispered, then we go to full war. Virex's eyes narrowed. Yes, no more prisons. No more mercy. Final scene. Raiden stood before a crowd of humans and aliens on Earth. They all wore armbands, black with red stars. He looked out at them. We've lost many. He paused. But we are not broken. Not by chains, not by pain. Not by silence. We stand. The crowd roared. Earth has survived the silent weapon. Heroes have died. Alliances have formed. But the Galactic Union is preparing for one final attack. The sky will burn. The last flame is coming. The final war plan in Earth's underground command base, Raiden. Nock stood before a giant holographic map. Red lights blinked, enemy fleets moving fast. Elena Cross stepped beside him. "They're coming," she said. Raiden nodded. "Every ship they've got." The plan was simple. Make a stand at Earth. They called it Operation Last Flame. Elena added, "We hold them here, or we vanish from history." The enemy moves. Commander Virex stood inside the Union dreadship Vorax, watching Earth grow larger on his screen. "All power to weapons," he ordered. Around him, thousands of Union warships formed a giant wall of steel. Behind them, planets waited to see Earth's fall, but Earth didn't hide. They prepared, preparing the world across Earth. Humans worked together like never before. Engineers reinforced space stations. Soldiers trained with alien allies. Children made banners. "We are still here." Even small tribes in jungles and mountains joined the cause. Earth was united for the first time in its history. Raiden looked at the sky and whispered, "Let's give them a show." Alien allies arrived just when hope began to shake. Messages came from space. Jalari ships entering orbit. Korvex warriors in stealth pods. Even once neutral species sent scouts. One message from the Jalor said, "We do not fight for Earth, we fight with Earth." The stars above Earth filled with ships. Not all were strong, but all were willing. The first strike, the Galactic Union opened fire. Thousands of plasma beams lit the sky. Earth's shields held barely. The Solus, now captained by Elena, returned. Fire. Fighter ships danced like fireflies. Explosions bloomed like red flowers. It was beautiful and deadly. Inside the Stormava Rook's last student, Corwin Jex, now led the elite strike team. Their goal: board the Vorax and stop Virex. "Your teacher gave her life," Raiden told him. "Now it's your turn to finish what she started." Corwin nodded. "For her, for all of us." They launched in silence, straight into the storm, boarding the beast. The strike team flew into the heart of the Union fleet. Enemy fire surrounded them, but they made it. They broke into the Vorax, guns blazing. Inside, they fought hand-to-hand against elite Union guards. One by one, team members fell. Only Corwin and two others made it to the bridge, the final duel commander. Virex stood waiting, tall and calm. "You think you've won?" he asked. Corwin raised his blade. "No, but I'm still fighting." They clashed, steel against steel, fists against fury. Virex was strong. Corwin was fast. The ship shook. Explosions outside. Then Corwin stabbed Virex through the chest. The Union leader fell. The war machine had lost its brain, sacrifice in the sky, but the Vorax was damaged. Its core began to melt down. If it exploded, Earth would be destroyed. Corwin sent one last message. "Tell them we won. Tell them I stayed for the flame." Then he flew the ship away from Earth. High into space. And when it exploded, it was like a second sun. Corwin never returned. Silence again. Then cheers. At first, no one spoke. Then, slowly, cheers broke across Earth. Soldiers hugged. Families cried. Aliens cheered with humans. Raiden fell to his knees, laughing. Elena looked to the sky. "He did it," she whispered. Aftermath. Weeks passed. The Galactic Union collapsed. Many of its worlds broke free. Humans were no longer slaves. They were leaders. Earth formed a new alliance, called the Flame Pact, open to any species who wanted freedom. And on the ruins of the old war base, a statue was built. Kira Solus Ava. Rook Corwin Jex. 3 humans who lit the fire. Final scene. Raiden stood on a balcony overlooking New Geneva, the capital of the new Earth. Beside him, Elena Cross. He asked, "Was it worth it?" She replied, "We're still here, Raiden. That's all that matters." Above them, the stars looked different. They weren't just lights anymore. They were home.